It was a bright, wiggly morning at the end of Maple Street. Sunlight streamed through purple and orange striped walls, and the smell of sugar floated in the air. Inside a tiny room filled with books, plants, and sparkles, three best friends were planning the most important experiment of the week, the breakfast experiment. There was Winnie the Young Witch with wild orange hair, round glasses that kept slipping off, and a starry purple robe that made her look like she just walked out of a dream. Then there was Zoomy the alien, a green, big eyed, cereal crunching creature who thought every human breakfast looked like art. And finally, Bram, the little vampire, pale as the moon, tiny fangs peeking out, and always in his red pajamas. Together, they were the breakfast bunch, and today they were about to create something truly chaotic. Welcome to the Skies and Tales Children's Stories, where clouds tell stories and maple syrup sometimes takes flight. Today's story is called Pancake Pandemonium. It all started with Winnie's idea to make the fluffiest pancake ever. Not a flat one, not a stack of 10, but one giant pancake, so magical it could feed a whole village, or maybe an entire planet. Winnie dragged out her enormous cookbook. She opened it to a page covered in syrup stains and sparkles. Sumi got the ingredients: flour, milk, sugar, and 6 different boxes of cereal. Because as he said, cereal makes everything scientific. Bram yawned from the couch and said, "As long as it's sweet, I approve." The cauldron started to bubble. Butter melted. The air smelled like dreams and danger. Winnie grinned. "It's time." She raised her wand, took a deep breath, and declared, "Whiskety mixity, twirly twirl. Bring us breakfast for every boy and girl." The cauldron shivered. It wobbled. It made a sound like a frog burping underwater. And then, out shot a gigantic pancake. Golden, glowing, dripping with rivers of maple syrup. It spiraled upward like a delicious tornado, flinging cereal, syrup, and sparkles in every direction. Chaos. Pure, sticky, giggly chaos. The pancake spun like it had its own ideas. Zoomy screamed, "Pancake UFO!" and dove under the table. Bram tried to use a pillow as a shield, but got syrup on his fangs. And Winnie? Oh, poor Winnie. She was trying to control the tornado with her wand, but she was slipping on rainbow cereal loops. The cauldron burped again, and now, tiny spoons were flying out of it like shooting stars. They zoomed through the air, yelling, "Clink, clink!" The pancake bounced off the bookshelf, hit a plant, and landed right on Bram's head. He peeked out from under it, blinking through the syrup. "Well," he said, breakfast is served. Everyone burst into laughter. The room looked like a cereal factory explosion. Books were sticky, the floor was crunchy, and even the chandelier was dripping golden syrup. When the pancake finally stopped bouncing, it sat in the middle of the room, steaming and perfect, like a sugary trophy for surviving the mess. Winnie wiped syrup from her hair and laughed. Zumi gave a dramatic thumbs up with sticky hands. And Bram yawned again. Next time, let's make waffles. They sat cross-legged on the floor, grabbed spoons, and took the biggest bite in breakfast history. Ooh, it was soft. It was buttery. It was everything a pancake should be. And just a little bit weird. As they finished, the cauldron let out one last proud burp, sending up a puff of cinnamon-scented smoke that curled into the shape of a heart. That's when Winnie whispered, "Best breakfast ever." And for once, no one disagreed. So, dear listener, if your breakfast ever gets wild, if your syrup spills, or your pancakes bounce, don't worry. Take a deep breath, grab a fork, and laugh about it later. Because sometimes the funniest mornings start with a spoonful of magic, a sprinkle of chaos, and a big helping of pancake pandemonium. This was a story from the Skies and Tales children's stories, where every story has a heart, a giggle, and a drizzle of maple syrup.